we have a really difficult left turn here. High speed, 4 lanes. I'll just clip out until it can go. There is a suicide lane, or a left turn only lane, which you can use. And it looks like it's going to do that. Very nice. Very nice. Into the suicide lane and then over. All right. Perfect. All right. We're on our drive to Norfolk, to the new supercharger there, newish. And I'll see you there. So the car has been fine, just kind of sitting behind this pickup truck running 60 to 62 miles an hour. But as soon as we came up on this Jeep that was going under 60, it just go ahead and went around it. So just a good example of really managing speed well here and right back into the right-hand lane. So very nicely done. We're coming into a 45 mile an hour zone. Let's see how the car does. The 45 mile an hour is right straight ahead here. We are not slowing down, but actually, notice the pickup truck is not, none of the cars are actually slowing down much. This again is this conundrum of what to do about speed limits. Personally, I'd be slowing down, but everyone else is just piling on through. We came down a little bit, and we're just following traffic. So I don't actually have an answer for what autonomy should do. This was safe. It was consistent with other drivers, and it chose to do that. And I don't know if a cop were sitting there with a radar gun, what would they do? I don't know. That was not a particularly small town. It was not a zone where you would think, oh, it's absolutely essential that we slow down. So, that's just the conundrum of speed limit choices. The 55, let's see if the car accelerates nicely here. So we're at 55 now. It's gonna hold at 53 for a while. There it goes. On this segment, it's actually shown some indications of accelerating before the 55, which is really nice and very human-like. But this is fine here. It's just, we're just cruising along on on Highway US 168 up to Norfolk. PS truck right here. We just slide right around. Nothing to it. Is also proof that Tesla is not currently reading speed limit signs. This whole segment here has been 45 miles an hour, but the car is still thinking the speed limit is 25, or I'm sorry, 45. So we've had all other traffic that we're just following, so it hasn't been an issue. But that's just another good example of that they're not reading the speed limit signs. That chime was for a speed limit camera. I think it's associated with the school zone here, which is 25 when flashing. It is not flashing, so no worries there. Yeah, so anyway, we're doing fine. Notice we got the free traffic here. We didn't just jump up to 60 miles an hour, so I don't quite, it's again always interesting how this is working. I think speed is more often than not, determined by what data they have for what the speed limits are actually, what people are actually driving through these segments. Because we're just sitting here at 46 now, which is perfectly fine. Okay, here it looks like FSD is going to detour us around, possibly a slowdown up ahead. So we'll let it take the detour. Now, why not? We'll see what it does. I still have not had to touch the steering wheel this whole segment since leaving Kitty Hawk. And I wonder if that'll continue. But so far, so good. Dodge just backed up into our lane, and FSD detected that just fine. We do have a traffic jam on the main road, so the detour was legitimate. And now that I can see forward, it looks like our directions are accurate. We're going to make a right turn, and then it has to reverse itself to get back on to 168. You can see that on the map now. So we'll see how this does. Yeah, I'll go to time lapse till we can turn. sign. It we are allowed to do a left here. There's only a time-based exclusion, but I'm gonna let the car do what it wants to do, and no harm that way. And we'll just see how it reacts here. So this Dodge is really continuing to block the right turn. So let's see here. We should be able to make the right turn here shortly. Yeah, he's still really blocking our way. So we'll just wait. We could probably scoot through there, but I'm not overly worried about that right now. There we go. Now we should be able to go. Wow, is it really going to just wait here? Okay, that's a little annoying. Certainly had room to go there. All right. Ooh, there's a fast-moving car coming up here. Okay, he's out of our lane. All right, let's see how it goes. Oh, there's a cop right here where it wants to do the reversal. All right, well, let's just see how it does. What the heck? So here we got the Kia turning right. A pickup truck doing a U-turn as well. Lots of traffic here. This Kia is taking, oh, because he's got the cop to worry about. This is turning into quite the little interesting exchange here. The pickup truck is blocking the through lane at this point. The Kia is being extra, like, go nowhere. The car's holding ground. Good. All right, after this Audi, we should be good to go. Okay, yep, very good. And then it's going to have to go around the cop here. And just like that. All right, very nice. So again, we could have made the left. It would have been a little less, adventurous there. Now we'll get on to 168 again, where there's still a traffic backup. There are 2 lanes here. While this Isuzu comes in, we should be able to slide over. Plenty of room to slide in. Ah, there's a lane closure up here. That's what the traffic jam is about. And okay, so we'll have to do the merge right up here. I'll just let this keep going for now. And so everyone's kind of just slotting in. The merge is straight up ahead. So we really can merge in whenever it likes. This version is very good about generally not being a jerk and barging way up farther forward than it has to. Okay, we got the blinker on again. It knows it needs to get over. The guy in the little pickup truck gave us room. We're just slotting in, just perfectly smooth. No jerkiness, no hesitation, complete confidence there on what it wanted to do. And I don't know why we're really not going anywhere here, but I think we're good to go. So with that, I'll take us back to time lapse. Moving along, the speed limit's 55, but this is a good example where FSD allows itself to get pulled way too fast based on a car in front of it. So this pickup truck's doing 72 to 74, and it allowed itself to just get drugged forward there. I'm going to let this ride for now. This is, if I were driving on my own, this would be much more quick than I would personally be going. But we are entering the Norfolk region. We're just 1 mile from I-64, so that actually kind of makes sense. People are going to be really kind of moving along here. So we're now positioned for I-64. I'll just hold this open here, and we'll see how entrance goes on to I-64. Yeah, so that actually kind of makes sense. That's totally makes sense in a big metropolis that people would be moving that speed. So maybe that wasn't so bad. You can see that we have just 11 miles here to go to our supercharger. They just keep adding more superchargers in the Norfolk area, so it's kind of fun. All right, 0.2 miles. We're already moved over, so we positioned well. We're staged well for the exit. Super smooth. This is so dramatically better than all other versions. V12 was also very good with exit smoothness, but this is just on another level. Just totally human-like. We should be able to skate around here onto the merge. Looks like lots of traffic on I-64, so we'll see how that goes. Yep, certainly lots of traffic here in the right lane coming up. Just the back turn signal or the camera up so we can see what we got here. We've got our blinker on already. It's ready to move over. It's got plenty of room at this point. It's got a nice early exit out before the merge happened, so that's another big improvement over earlier versions where it would just, it wouldn't actually move over until the lane forced it over. So here it was acting proactively and got into that lane. I guess we're not actually on I-64 yet. Coming around the corner here. Looks like we got toll booths. We'll see how that works. I don't know if this is just, I don't know what kind of toll booths these are, if it's just drive-by. Okay, we got a flashing light. He's letting us in. Again, I don't know if FSD sees the flashes or just sees the car kind of slowing down and letting us have the room. Doesn't really matter at the end of the day. It detected that he could go, that it could move into the lane. With that, I think we're on I-64. Let's just let it do its final, let's get our final merge in here. You can see that we got room, we got cars around us, but things are good. It's not freaked out by a car in the far left lane. All right, the truck's coming over. Good there. We are not doing the express lanes. I have that turned off. Okay, we've got a nice speed. We're in a good lane. Okay, 6 miles. I'll go to time lapse until we get to our exit. Okay, we're at our exit from I-64 to go to the supercharger. We have a nice, smooth, early entrance into our exit lane. We're already kind of easing off a little bit, and now we have a nice, smooth deceleration here. Not too fast. No one behind us is freaking out. Just perfect speed. 31 feels very nice. Not slow, not fast, just a little bit of lateral acceleration, which is great. Feels perfect. Okay, we've already got our left turn signal on for the merge. Looks clear on our lane. Accelerating, then merging. Very, very nice. All right, and then in just 0.4 miles, looks like military highway, just so we have an exit only lane. 0.3 miles. So far it's staying where it is. There it is. So over we go. No traffic to speak of, so that timing is fine. All right, right, and then we're going to get our slow down here. Yep, again, very natural, totally in time. There we go. Again, perfect speed, 39 around that turn was perfect. We're going to come around. Looks like we got traffic lights almost instantly. Okay, and then it wants to go left. So it's going to move left at least one lane here. We've got a little bit till we need to turn left. So it's going to stay here. There we go. All right, I'll just clip out the red light. Okay, you may notice on the display that FSD shows the next 3 traffic lights. So that's all that it shows. So we're passing this one. We see that we go through one more, and then we have a left turn at the next traffic light in 0.2 mile. Not a left turn. The navigation says it's a... we must go down to a surface road here. Interesting. Okay. So there we go onto the surface road. I don't drive these roads, so FSD knows better than I do. And then we're going to have a left turn. We have 2 left turn lanes. Looks like in this case either are good and fine because we have a little bit of ways to go. This is still an example where FSD V13 is a little weak. If you've got an immediate right, it still has a tendency to be in the wrong left turn lane. So like it would be in this leftmost turn lane and then have to get across all the lanes of traffic to make the immediate right. It doesn't seem to have any of that context in terms of lane staging as to which, if you have multiple lanes to choose from to take your next action, it doesn't seem to position in the one that's most appropriate for the action that follows that one, or in the next, say, the next quarter mile. So it leaves itself having to react. Like here, we're going to have a right turn after a few blocks, so it'll have to make the left, and then it'll have to get across to the right lanes to turn in. But there's plenty of time to do it in this case. Okay, see you when the light turns green. Okay, very nice. It almost immediately says, okay, I got to get over a lane. Like, why wasn't it just in that rightmost left turn lane to begin with? That would have, that would be the ideal situation. Okay, we are just a couple of blocks here to the supercharger. We'll see if we can back in. It has not been doing that particularly well for me. It has done it at a number of superchargers, but I usually have to use the brake because at least in the X, it really feels like it's going to impact the bollards or the pedestal when it does that. See you on the other side of the red light. All right, this is another example where it doesn't really have context of the whole scenario. Like it could have went right. Oh, it couldn't have. There's no left turn there. There was actually a curb blocking the left turn, so this is in fact the best way in. That's not always the case, but it certainly was here. Superchargers are off to our right. The pin is in the correct location. The map looks like it's going to just a little cautious with this pickup truck. Okay, I would normally use the handicap spot because it's much better for me. I can't currently designate that. It does look like it's going to park. So it's, come on, is it going to back up? It is not going to back up this time. I'm going to brake out here. This car is not going to wait for me. So Yeah, so it's still hit and miss when and where it'll back up into a spot. It was certainly prepared to do it there, but it just, for whatever reason, it wouldn't do it. Okay, so that was an entire trip down from the Outer Banks all the way to Norfolk. I literally didn't have to touch the brake, the gas, or the steering wheel once on that entire journey. And you saw that we had both um, uh, some construction, some detours, some odd traffic conditions, uh, and a variety of scenarios like that, differing speed limits, and it handled all of that just fine. Really interesting zero disengagement, zero interaction drive with FSD V13.2.1.